Greetings YouTube, and this is Shadow of the League here, and welcome to part 2 of the path to the Poro. Unfortunately, I did actually make part 3 first, and then I realized, wow, that's really loud background noise, so hopefully it's not as loud this time. Let me check sound, it's still up there, so we're gonna drop that. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Now then. So this is actually part 2, and you can see I'm playing as Ari this time, and a team Ari, Karthus, Shen, not LeBlanc. Ari, Karthus, Shen, Lux, and Yasuo, against a team of, Morgana, Fiddlesticks Gang playing Xerath, and Nami. So they do have the support there, which gives them somewhat of an advantage, in a sense. Because usually having that extra healing is always very good. But, again, Lux is, very resourceful, has a lot of utility that she brings. And we do have a lot of good damage. Ultis are very, very strong here, as far as saving and doing damage and mobility. Morgana's a very strong champion there. Fiddlesticks, let's see, we don't have many ways to interrupt him. We have 2 ways to interrupt his channeling. 3 if you count Yasuo when he is able to have the knock-up. So we see now Lux just checking the bush there. Nothing going on there. Karthus throwing a few of his Qs. What is it? Lay waste. See, just a little poke. Back and forth. Not really much going on. Actually, very good snare there by Lux, can't put into a Lucian singularity. But, still. Fair pokes. Attacking back and forth. Shen dives in there, misses the Shadow Dash. I land a taunt onto Gangplank, Charm actually, and then Morgana does use her Spell Shield, which probably saved him, considering the amount of health he had left. Meanwhile, I get hit quite a bit, as well as the Tormented Soil and such, so I'm quite low health as well. Xerath getting ready to go. Lux then making flashing over the Tormented Soil. Let's see here. Throwing out spells. So it appears though they might be winning the pokes right now. Shen dashes right into Gangplank, but he gets feared by Fiddlesticks, who manages to get first blood. Let's see. Okay, very nice combination of attacks there, and Lux manages to pick up the kill. And meanwhile, I managed to actually charm Morgana for once and get a good amount of damage down onto her. But of course now I'm low on mana, rather low. I went for the ability power instead of any sort of mana regen. Karthus, everyone's just trying to check in the bushes. Luckily, unluckily for us. See, actually Morgana manages to land a Dark Binding onto on Karthus, and then a Fiddle, who, his silence almost kills Karthus. One more bounce and it would have. See, unfortunately I walk into the Dark Binding. Lux doing a very good amount of damage onto Gangplank. Yasuo dashing in and out everywhere. Managing to pick up the kill that way and escape rather well with the wind wall behind him. Let's see. And this time the bird does manage to pick off Karthus, unfortunately, and he's not placed in a very opportune position for his passive to actually matter. I get hit by the by Nami's stun, but nothing really goes down there. Lux doing a very good job landing all her snares. Let's see, he gets tagged with the mage chains, but he doesn't follow it up with a stun. Very good, and now he's going to, I don't know what you call it, mount up, I suppose. He's going to, Locus of Power. He's going to power up. That's what I will call it. Right. Let's see, so now at this point we know there's a couple people in the bush, besides the fact that there's always people there. Shen's kind of scouting at the area. Lux spending a little bit of time in the Tormented Soil, unnecessary time, but that's how it is. Morgana, of course, very good at keeping herself alive. Yasuo dashing in towards the Gangplank, taking a good amount of damage in the process, not really doing much damage actually. We'll see Karthus just kind of walking forward. He does get feared, and then Fiddlesticks starts to drain him, but he does manage to walk away after Lux manages to give him a shield. Or was that possibly his own barrier? It was his barrier, possibly a Lux shield as well. Just doing some damage, managing to poke Fiddlesticks. Little poke there into Gangplank, who is actually not building crit right now. He has cooldown reduction and a Doran's Blade, which is an interesting build, but he doesn't have a whole lot of crit. And then Xerath manages to snipe off the Lux, unfortunately. Shen has to dash out of the Fiddle drain just to break the channel there. It was getting extremely low. Morgana laying down the Tormented Soul just to assure that she does pick up the health back. And more so just to deny us of that. Let's see. So it seems that the purple team, although the deaths and the money is actually in our favor, very slightly, seems as though the purple team has an advantage. Landing the binding onto Shen and the tormented soil, but luckily Lux does shield him to help mitigate the damage, and a whole bunch of damage goes down onto, oh my, onto Fiddlesticks and Xerath, and I suppose I might have stolen those kills. I don't know. It was the combination Lux, Yasuo, Ahri attacks, and well, then Yasuo manages to get the dash onto Gangplank to kill him once he was snared by Lux. Let's see. Gets trapped in the Aqua Prism, but then immediately dashes onto Nami. Then I get the the charm onto Nami. Lux follows it up with the Light Binding, losing Singularity, and I finish it off with the basic attack. Let's see here. What else can we do? So now it seems we are quite very well in the lead. Double the kills and get a amount of money ahead. Xerath picks off the low health Shen, and then unfortunately the little bird flies around to silence us. Lux gets a very nice ulti, but not actually killing anyone. Everyone there though. Yasuo dashes into Fiddlesticks, then dashes over to Morgana. She pops her Dark Binding, Soul Shackles, and manages to actually land up. Karthus dies, and he's going to use his ulti right now. And then he manages to kill, he actually didn't die, he manages to pick off Morgana, and then Gangplank manages to kill me as I'm trying to survive. And we're left with some low health people. She lands the Light Binding on the Gangplank. Shen dashes forward. She's going to proc her passive right now on that. And positive for more. She actually flashes out of that, and I believe she could have walked. She was at the edge of it. Of course, Gangplank using his ultimate just to try to escape, even though it was just two very low health champions following. But let's see, he's gone tanky. He is a tank plank. And look at this. Look at this. Look at it. I don't know if they're pinging the Poro or the health pack, but apparently it's of grave importance. Okay. We see Lux getting a good chain of spells again, and the silence coming down from Fiddlesticks. Very, very much annoying. Let's see. Yasuo, I believe that was his, oh my. Just seemed to be able to get off Xerath right there. I believe yes, Yasuo does have a static shift, so any lightning you see is going to be from him. Let's see. What else is now? We're just kind of going back and forth. She misses the snare, which is very nice for us. I miss my Orb of Deception, which is not as nice for us, but that's okay. Someone uses their Summoner Heal. I believe that was Gangplank? No, it was Nami, actually. Alright, Morgana's forced to flash out along with using her shield. Yasuo feared and chained crowd controlled, and then Xerath actually manages to pick him off for the kill, so you get a very foolish sort of dash there. Meanwhile, Blind Light Binding goes in there, and let's see, Xerath pops his ulti, Fiddle ulti comes down, Xerath's gonna start sniping people away. Meanwhile, Karthus here, dead in the middle of the thing, managing to hit a few people, but not actually using his ulti because it was on cooldown from the last time. So not much we could do there. Let's see, I managed to get the kill on Nami after she uses her Aqua Prism to try to deny someone from getting to the health back, which was sort of foolish, I believe. She left herself wide open right near the tower. Let's see, little poke onto Gangplank there. Morgana waiting to see if she can get her Dark Binding onto anyone who's happens to go there. Yasuo dashing in there, Gangplank ulti immediately coming down. And then, oh my, Fiddlesticks actually doing a very large amount of damage with his silence. A spell's going down onto Morgana, but of course her shield is absorbing all of them. That's expired now. Of course she did manage to kill Yasuo with the Tormented Soil. Let's see, Lux just missing her Light Binding onto Xerath, but Morgana manages to land her combo onto Karthus. I decide to ulti around here. I managed to pick up the Fiddlesticks, ulti once more into the group, and unfortunately that does actually get me killed before I can use a third to possibly kill someone. Morgana using her shield to trade very effectively. And Karthus just farming a little bit, so now let's see, we're barely ahead on money. Oh, let's see, we're gonna get a chain of crowd control onto Xerath, and she's actually gonna use her ultimate to not exactly take him down, because Shen managed to get the kill, but she used it. So, a waste there, possibly. See, missing the knock-up there, which he might have... I feel like he may have instantly used his ulti should he have had the opportunity. See, unfortunately, this is a team where there is only one knock-up for Yasuo to actually ulti off of, but that's okay. be like a team of Malphite. I think he'd be very well. He'd go very well with Malphite. Okay, it's Yasuo, or is it Shen? It's hard to tell. Shen actually dashes into Morgana, taunting a good number of them, but not really doing very much. We are whittling them down slightly. Xerath uses his ulti to try to take out Karthus, but he just seems to be out of reach. I'm dashing around up here, using my Foxfires to try to get something. Meanwhile, Karthus is going to ulti and manage to pick off Morgana after Fiddlesticks killed me. Unfortunate, but hey. That's the way of things, and missing the light Lucian singularity. Ugh. Yasuo hitting him with a knock-up and ulting them right away, almost killing Fiddlesticks, but not quite. Let's see. Gangplank ulti goes down, it forces well, two of them to retreat, and then Shen just decides to dash right into Fiddlesticks. Probably just the dash itself killed him. It does have a small amount of damage on him. Lux managing to land some very nice skill shots, but missing her ulti, which would have secured the kill onto Gangplank, I believe. He is somewhat tanky. Nami manages to get the kill on the Karthus, and then Xerath uses his Arcana Pulse to take care of Lux, while Shen is able to remove Xerath since he was rooted in place by his own ability. And then, of course, I land some point-blank skill shots into Gangplank to remove him from the fight. Let's see. Tied on kills, and we are still ahead on gold. I can feel the Poros, okay. So you can see right there, Morgana is pretty tough right now. She has a Rod of Ages along with Negatron Cloak and a Chalice of Harmony. Good amount of magic resist, good amount of health. She's going to be tough to kill. I managed to land a Blind Charm onto her, and of course she responds in kind with a Soul Shackle's actually not hitting anyone. Actually, it does manage to kill the Shen there. I take a good amount of damage, so I actually have to retreat this entire time. Lux managing to bind two of them, but I don't believe she saw one of them at least. She may have seen the other. They may have both been in the bush, I'm not quite sure. In the brush. Oh, look at that, I could have zoomed out this whole time. Oh my, I'm capturing so much more now. Okay, Morgana managing to thread the needle onto a Lux right there. And then Yasuo diving in there with his ulti, managing to pick off the Xerath as he is killed in turn by Gangplank. And then, let's see, we're seeing a good back and forth here by myself and Morgana and Karthus. Managing to get the kill. Gangplank ulti comes down, trying to pick up the kill on Karthus, and he does manage to do that. Meanwhile, he's now chasing down Lux. I missed the charm, foolishly. And, let's see, they retreat so they don't get trapped in the Karthus Dying Soil Air effect spell. I forget what it's called. Shen manages to land the taunt onto Gangplank, and then he is feared immediately by Fiddlesticks. Lux goes in for a bit and then flashes out. So she doesn't fall victim to anything. Is he Lay Waste? Defile. It's called Defile. Okay. Alright, Lay Waste is the Q. That's what it is. Okay. A little poke here, not too much. They seem to be in a better shape at the moment, but we are slightly ahead on gold once more. Lux managing to land some blind skill shots, I believe, unless they've been attacking. Yasuo diving in there. Kind of foolishly, he does manage to miss the Morgana Q. Shen does. I'm not able to speak as quickly as I would like to. Shen managed to taunt Morgana there, but they kind of just walked apart after the little pokes. Let's see, Morgana, luckily missing her Q. There. Meanwhile, Lux is actually almost gonna. Oh, she throws a bunch of blind skills into the bush and manages to pick off the support, which is very nice. Let's see there. Morgana, and oh my. Combination Morgana, Tormented Soil, Gangplank ulti comes down, managing to kill three of us. Of course, the Fiddlesticks there also managed to use his Dark Wind, I think it's called. Yes, Dark Wind, to get a couple kills. And so we are again behind in kills, but ahead on gold. Very, very slightly. No, actually, you're just about even on gold now. Okay. Now we're behind. Now we're even. Look at that. Alright. So Yasuo is left here to defend the tower, possibly dashes into Morgana, doing basically no damage. Perhaps she didn't dash onto someone else. Fiddlesticks using the ulti Zanya's combo to safely secure the kill onto Yasuo. Let's see. Luckily the tower did stand. It's good I managed to land a charm into Gangplank, but of course he's very tanky, so not much damage is going to be dealt to him. A little poke there by Xerath, nothing significant. Karthus managed to take a good amount of damage by the Morgana Tormented Soil. Xerath's trying to pick off somebody. He is actually Throws him before Nami Wave comes down, Lux ulti comes down. We're trying to focus this Fiddlesticks in the back roll there. I managed to use my Essence Rush to start dashing around now. I used all three. I managed to pick up Nami and Fiddlesticks, and then unfortunately I am crowd controlled amongst the three of them. But we have a combination Lux and Karthus ulti managing to kill Xerath, and now we have a 4v2 at the moment. So we're going to be able to push that to their tower. A summoner heal goes down, allowing us to live a bit longer, and a very nice shield actually from Morgana onto Gangplank. You know, canceling out any damage that Lux would have done. Gangplank doesn't really seem to be very good at positioning himself. He seems like he's always in front of the minions. Yasuo dashes in there, manages to take a few turret shots. Wall of Pain comes down, and Lux actually misses her light binding there, unfortunately. Singularity hits a couple of them. So Karthus is a bit worse for the wear, but not much. She actually manages to grab Gangplank there. Xerath is a little poke. And a little bit of lay waste coming out of Karthus. Morgana again taking her position at the front there, trying to get a surprise snare. Shen combo with Lux ulti manages to do a very good amount of damage. Yasuo trying to pick off someone, but Shen actually manages to secure the kill onto Fiddlesticks as he's trying to escape, hit with the snare from Nami, and then, let's see, I managed to get a charm onto Morgana. Lux manages to snare her in turn, and ulti comes down from Xerath. Does he have any more charges? He does have two, doing a very good amount of damage onto the Lux, and is he able to secure the kill? She uses her shield, trading with him very well, but of course he does manage to get the kill onto Lux, and then I'm dashing around trying to finish off this Morgana. I do manage to get it with my Foxfire, and then we'll continue. So we are behind by one kill, but again our gold lead has returned. Nami Wave coming down, missing completely. Not really like it would have actually had much of an effect anyway. It would have hit the tank. Not really the most important thing there. Okay. So you can see Gangplank is rather tanky. He's actually 4 and 4, so he has the lowest amount of kills for his team, tied amongst 3 of his team members. Not particularly significant though. Let's see, someone pinging the health, or is the Poro? Poros are getting a lot of attention these days. Let's see here. Okay, so we're all back up now. See if we can possibly get a little fight going. Gangplank horrible position again, but his ulti comes down. Meanwhile, we're going to dash into the Fiddlesticks. Shen goes down actually first before the Fiddlesticks. Lux ulti comes down, but Fiddlesticks managed to use his ulti and Zhonya's to save himself. Gangplank is going to die to the Karthus, and Lux manages to take out the Fiddlesticks after the Zhonya's had expired. I managed to get trapped with a Morgana, snared. Yasuo dashing around, of course, trying to do as much damage as he can. I managed to charm the Gangplank, but really the real threat here is the Morgana. And so we lose Shen and Karthus, and she manages to actually land a skill shot onto Lux to take her out. So we lose Lux as well, and we only managed to kill the Fiddlesticks. Not a very good trade for us. Still ahead on gold somehow, though. Interestingly, perhaps we're just farming better. Perhaps the minions, let's see. Oh, there's the minion skill. Possibly. Not necessarily. Morgana going extremely magic resist heavy, I don't know. And it does make sense since we have 3 champions that are really doing most of the damage, and that is magic damage. Managing to land the snare onto Yasuo. Combination Nami stun onto him as well. Let's see. It's called Aqua Prison. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay. There we go. Mage Chains goes onto Karthus. He's going to follow it up with a stun. He does. See, I managed to charm the Fiddlesticks towards us, which allows Karthus to actually walk away safely. Damaged, but safely. Got a little bit of farm there. Xerath trying to get some more pokes. Nami ulti comes down, managing to catch 2 of us, but not doing much damage at all. Gangplank ulti comes down as well. Very poor timing on the ulti, very poor placement. Yasuo walking into it though. A little bit more and he would have been dead. And Nami manages to get the kill onto Karthus, who is again in a very inopportune position, as well as a good thing there. Xerath manages to ulti to lower down Yasuo enough for Morgana to get the kill. And let's see, he is going to waste his last 2 arcane barrages, so maybe he doesn't even realize that he can use his ulti multiple times. Maybe this is his first time playing Xerath. He It is 8 and 8, so he does have some idea of how to do it. Lands a no-skill skill shot right there onto Lux. A lot of damage coming down. Shen ulti, actually, just to try to save her because of all the damage that she would have taken otherwise. Very dangerous, and wow, possibly just beyond max range. Q there. The particles did hit her, but oh well. Fiddlesticks, I was gonna try to hit him, and then I realized that he had Zanya, and it was too late by that point. And so now they are stuck between the two towers there. Shen ulti, Shen dash comes down, Lux ulti as well, and there's a wall there so that they can't walk through. No, kidding, the wind wall doesn't actually stop champions. But there we go, he managed to kill the two people that are foolish enough to advance past the tower, while the tower is at a decent amount of health as well. Yasuo misses the knockup, and Gangplank ulti comes down again. I think he's using it to try to just to kill some people. A lot of damage onto that Xerath and managed to finish him off. Shen dashes into Xerath though, and Karthus actually gets the kill afterwards. I meant to say a lot of damage onto Karthus earlier. Alright. Let's see. Again, behind on kills, ahead on gold. Interesting way how that works. The only way it would make sense is if we were out farming them. Alright, dash into the Gangplank, but again, he's the tank. Nami ulti comes down, hitting two people. Not really very significant. And let's see. I have returned here, try to land a charm. I miss it onto Nami, seeing as she's the person that's easier to kill, and she would have more of an effect. Pardon me. Excuse me there. I tried liver for the first time tonight. Not a fan. Not a fan. Alright. Let's see here. So all of us are up again. Their health is significantly higher than ours. Managed to get a good amount of damage onto the Fiddlesticks, but of course he can just, drain it back. Shen misses a dash in there, walking through the tormented soil, and Xerath manages to pick him off there. Doing a good amount of damage onto the team though. See, Gangplank's ulti does come down. Karthus dies, and is he going to channel his ulti? I don't know. He does have it available, and there it goes. Okay. And are we going to see anyone die? Xerath, definitely. Oh my. A Lux ulti comes down, not really hitting Gangplank for not very much damage. Morgana, they're using her soul shackles to try to kill Yasuo. Will she get the kill there? Yes, indeed she will. I managed to charm her towards the tower, though. Doing a good amount of damage, popping my ulti as well. She uses her spell shield to try to mitigate the damage. And she actually picks up a double kill onto me, as I believe she may have used Ignite. She may have just used something and killed me. So, let's see. It was a 3-4-3, I believe, at the time. 2 or 3. And she manages to snipe off the Lux as well as she was trying to kill the Fiddlesticks. So now we're behind on gold. Once again, one of those rare occasions. Behind on kills, of course, throughout this entire portion of the game. Shen picks up a very easy kill onto the Nami, as she had overextended. And Morgana just hitting possibly Karthus believes that he is in the bush and they can't see him, but he essentially just walks out and dies. Doesn't contribute much. At least his ulti wasn't up. Otherwise it'd be really unfortunate. Let's see. Xerath managing to pop Yasuo's passive. I managed to get rid of Morgana's Banshee's Veil at least, and do a good amount of damage onto her. Yasuo diving around there. Let's see, possibly trying to get to the Morgana, using his skills, using a wind wall, and he does manage to kill the Morgana. Fiddlesticks does his ulti Zanya's combo, but it's under his own tower, which is to no effect. Lux manages to get the snipe onto Fiddlesticks to finish him off. I'm dashing around, trying to make it to the health pack. I managed to flash over after doing some considerable damage, and then managing to kill Gangplank with the second hit from the Orb of Deception. Nami just missing her Aqua Prison onto me, and I take out 2/3 of her health in return, and then she heals back up to a half. See, as you can see, the game lasts for 33 minutes, so there's 10 more minutes of this amazing gameplay, as Lux is going to land the... oh, yes, he does manage to finish off the Nami. I thought the basic attack went towards the tower, and the first tower will fall now at 24 minutes. So, quite a bit of back and forth. But we do manage to get the tower advantage, which now makes more sense, I suppose, that the gold advantage from this point onwards. But before that, I don't know. And I do get snared and then hit with the Arcano Pulse. Let's see, now Karthus will have his ulti available when he respawns. Let's see. Morgana just missing the Dark Binding onto Lux. And so Fiddlesticks now, taking that front position. Lux just missing the blind skill shot there. She's at the very edge and just missing hers as well. Just beyond her reach. Snaring the Xerath, and then, oh my, Gangplank ulti comes down. She wants to land that final attack, but she can't do it, so she just uses her ultimate and kills him that way. Just gonna come back in like 30 seconds. Let's see. And now we are going to lose our tower. Yasuo decides to dash in there just after the towers died. Not the smartest plan in the world. Morgana with her soul shackles, walking forwards. Luckily, Lux uses her light shield to survive long enough to get the Lux drawn back. Unfortunately, Shen walks back through the tormented soil, dying to Lux. A lot of that going on there. Nami manages to get the kill onto Karthus, and Lux extremely at low health, and I'm going to try to fend off three enemy champions by the tower. A little bit of lag there, I believe, possibly, but we're back up. Back up to a good 40, 50 FPS. 55. Missing my charm, Lux manages to get a snare. I become silenced by the fiddlesticks. Lux ulti comes down, doing a tremendous amount of damage, just about killing the Nami. I decide to just use my Essence Rush, dash in there, managing to get the kill onto Fiddle, and finish off the kill onto Nami. Shot the last bit of damage. I use my barrier, and I was actually trying to aim my charm at Xerath, but I hit Gangplank, and he does. Xerath manages to finish me off there. Very slightly ahead on gold. Lux getting the double snare and then a Lucian Singularity onto one of them. Shielding herself so she can advance forward. Meanwhile, Shen ultis her as well. Landing another snare. And before he can... Oh, actually, he does trade kills with the Lux. The Yasuo dashing around, killing any minions he can. Doing a little poke onto Gangplank. Unfortunately, it would have been better suited for Morgana. But he does manage to use to kill Gangplank and use his knockup ability to at least get rid of Morgana's spell shield for the moment. Banshee's spell shield. And you see Fiddlesticks charging up his ultimate and then dashing in there. Not actually using Zanya's this time, as the ulti was very poorly timed or placed. Channeling the ulti, but he does manage to fear Karthus, and that will be enough for the two of them to pick him off. I decide to use my Essence Rush again in here to try to kill Morgana and possibly Fiddlesticks, get some good damage. Her shield does go down, and Shen manages to land a Vorpal Blade on her, but unfortunately that's not enough to kill them. See, Nami wave comes down, doing a good job, slowing me. I get feared subsequently, and then immediately die. Unfortunately, managed to get a very little amount of damage onto them before dying. So I suppose the wave was just to some good use. See, I am 13 and 10, so I'm not exactly feeding. I had the most kills for my team, luckily. We see a couple dashes go in there. It's hard to tell who, because there's Shen and Yasuo both dash. Gangplank picking up a double kill. Shen actually has to flash away, but because he's walking in a straight line, makes it a very easy target for Morgana to snare, and Fiddle to fear, and drain and kill. There goes that, and we see Karthus all alone, laying down the wall of pain and just missing the dark binding. And we're going to see, right now I have respawned, a tremendous amount of damage just in pokes going down onto Karthus, and so he heals while I was nearby. I managed to charm the Xerath, and I use a good amount of skills there, but no one actually dies because the turret wasn't focusing him. See, another tormented soil right next to the tower, so I can't hug it too hard, otherwise it'll hurt. Lux ulti comes down, but Gangplank manages to pick off the tower. Nami ulti comes down as well. Not much going on there. Xerath dies yet again. He's died quite a few times. Actually, he has the most deaths for anyone on the team. Also the most kills, but we can ignore that part and just say he's dying a lot. Okay. Just about 4 minutes left in this game. Okay. And I guess Lux was trying to bait out Gangplank right there with her Zanya's, doing a decent job of it. Yasuo doing some damage there as well. I started using my Essence Rush to go and try to pick up the kill onto Gangplank and Fiddlesticks. Managed to do it, get a triple kill onto Nami, and then Morgana's left here with Yasuo focusing on her. And I do use my, my barrier, and unfortunately she does manage to kill me just before Yasuo finishes her off. But now we have an ace with 4 of us remaining, and we are going to take out this tower without any issue at all. possibly the inhibitor as well, seeing as the next champion comes back in around 17 seconds. And so this the only contester here is Xerath, who gets ultied by Yasuo and dies promptly. Okay, so we have done a very good job now. Still behind on kills and quite ahead on gold. Lux comes out with the ulti and actually manages to get rid of the Fiddlestick's Banshee's Veil. Fiddle using his ulti Zanyas to try to managing to kill Karthus. We're seeing if we could possibly get the tower there. Very low. We managed to get the one. They are down to one Nexus turret. Shen does manage to get chain crowd controlled and dies, unfortunately. Lux getting a very good snare as she is retreating. Doing a good amount of damage on the way back. Let's see. Managing to get yet another snare onto Gangplank. I think he gets snared the most out of anyone here. Landing an ulti onto Fiddlesticks, who is in return healed by Nami. Not much going on there. A little bit of poke going back and forth. See, also I have the most kills at this moment, so I'm proud of myself. Managing to land the charm onto Gangplank, getting a good orbital section onto a few of them. Let's see. A little bit of farming. Managing to snare Nami there. Very good. Xerath ulti comes down. Not doing too much damage, missing a few things, but he actually is using all three of his charges there, so that's good. Lux actually decides she's just going to use her ulti and show him how it's done. Let's see, so they are down one. It's 4v5 at the moment. I just missed the charm onto Fiddlesticks. Gangplank ulti comes down just to stop the advance midway there. I unfortunately get caught between the two bushes, and so then I am killed immediately, as well as who was right in there that's about to die. Shen dashes in there and dies. It's hard to see around all the enemies that are killing him. Okay. Let's see. Lux, of course, managing to escape very well with her skills. Possibly the most skill shots I've seen landed by Lux in the game. And the most uses of an ulti, but when it has such a low cooldown, then there's no reason not to. Karthus ulti comes down, almost gets the kill onto Nami. Just about. Gangplank eats some oranges and everything's okay. And she's going to heal herself up as well as... Let's see, I think she was trying to leave the health there for Fiddlesticks, but as long as he can channel off a minion, he'll be fine. Just missing the light binding onto Morgana, get the Lucian Singularity does hit them. See Karthus there. And we see Fiddlesticks channeling his ulti, and he does go in there with the Zanya's Hourglass, killing Karthus immediately, but of course Karthus is going to lay around for a little bit, managing to get the kill on Fiddlesticks. And let's see. Following that, he chooses... Well, actually, he already used his ulti recently. And another Lux ulti comes down, getting getting Nami extremely low. Yasuo dives in there and immediately dies. Sadly, I decide to go in there now with my Essence Rush, pick a double kill immediately, followed by Foxfires flashing away, and landing some very nice skill shots to get a quadra kill. That was me, and my team, and me. And that will actually give us the ace, so now it is just Shen and I pushing to this tower, which is very low on health. We should be able to take care of that. And we see, I believe... Oh, now we're live. Okay, that's what that means. Well, I think we can all see how this goes here. So still behind on kills, ahead on gold. Somehow we managed to do that, and there's another gold bonus there. And so now we're just going to sort of kite this Fiddle around. I actually managed to land the charm on him. It was very point blank. A few more skills, he flashes over the Nexus, and there is the game. So that is part 2 of the Path to the Poro. We end victoriously, and I managed to get a very nice 20 kills and 12 deaths. I think that's a pretty good ratio there. So thank you for tuning in to this other installment. We'll have part 3 coming up very soon, since I already recorded that, actually, and it'll be up as soon as this one's up. So again, thank you for tuning in, and this has been Shadow of the League, signing out.